Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and I'm back with another Gizmo Sunday. And I'll tell you what, Fracture Sounds is here to prove that size does matter. The Blueprint Epic Grand makes it easy to play like this giant piano sound with just a couple of notes. If you're a two-finger piano player, you can still get this huge effect. It's worth taking a look at. It's a free contact instrument. Okay, well, maybe you know this already, but Fracture Sounds has a whole Blueprint series, and they're single-focused instruments who do one thing really, really well. And this Epic Grand is a multi-sampled Steinway D, probably. It sounds like a big 7-foot grand. And what's cool about it is this. Now, you can see we've got two different colors of blue here. Now, these notes from middle C on up are playing two notes at once. There's an E, and then there's another E happening at the same time, the octave above it. When I play one key, I'm getting octaves. And what that means is I can play something that's very thick sounding with a simple triad. If I do 3 notes, I'm actually getting 6. Now, everything below that plays an octave down. When I play this B, I'm also getting that B at the same time. What that means is I can do very thick sounding textures with 2 notes, one finger in each hand. It's awesome for complicated parts that sound thick but are easy to play. And as we know, when you're trying to get an epic piano sound, it's really great to have something, that's thick and big, but sometimes you can't just play everything at once. You just have to play one note at a time. Well, this is not a bad solution. It's definitely horses for horses. It's a specialty instrument. Pull it out when you need it. Well, it's got some good controls. The first thing I'm going to do is look at these over here. Now, the sample start time makes a huge difference to the playability of the instrument. With a 25 millisecond latency, we're cutting into the samples, and it's pretty playable for me. I can really play the instrument and feel like it's right under my fingers. Now, it doesn't sound as live as if it has more air at the top of the sample. That is to say, there's more initial attack quality. If I put 71 milliseconds, though, I'll tell you what, it's a little bit harder to play. It sounds a little more realistic, but I can tell you this right now, it's a little bit harder to play. What I would do is record my part with a cutting in, with like 25 or so milliseconds latency, and then pull it back and slip over the MIDI notes if I needed to. The velocity response is nice as well. More response, I can get a very quiet sound. Or less response, everything's just kind of loud. I mean, right in the middle. We're going to leave that there for the time being. I'm going to cut into the samples because I don't want to experience just a lot of latency when I'm playing. Some simple controls, and maybe the best straightforward one is over here. Since we have 3 mic mixes, so to speak, 3 sort of combinations of mics, I'm sure it's stereo close, stereo mid, stereo far, we can just use the perspective slider. So here's a simple arpeggio. You hear the mics move back. I'm in headphones. I can really hear it. And then when I go over close, it almost feels like my head's in the piano. It's very thick. Sounds like an old-fashioned 50s piano part. I can also turn these mics off and on if I want to save, RAM. I guess, right? Let's leave them all on because why not? We've got reverb, more reverb. We've got types of reverb, including the very pretty shimmer. It's adding an octave above, right? Epic, right? The convolution gives you a bunch of choices. And like, what if I was kind of, playing like a concert sound? That's actually pretty good concert sound. Stereo with what you'd expect. Let's make it mono. I lose a lot of what makes this great. Very wide stereo. It's pretty big. Maybe it doesn't sound real to me. Hype will give us, a little bit of a jazzy, smiley curve. More lows and highs. Smile, EQ. And then color's just what you'd expect. It's a simple sort of tilt EQ. Is there much else to it? Not really. Fracture Sounds wants to give you an instrument that you can use for a specialty effect. Like, let's say I want to double a bass in an orchestral setting. I'm playing 4 notes at once, even just doing this 2 thing. I mean, I'm doubling up that E when I play that one, right? So I'm getting, I guess it's realistically, I suppose we should say it's only 3 different pitch locations. It's a thick sound. I love it. And then I love this effect here. A pianist like me spends a lot of time practicing playing octaves. Right? And here we're just doing it with 1 finger at a time. Is it cheating? Yes. Is it cool? Yes. Is it epic? Totally. Epic grand. Another great blueprint instrument from Fracture Sounds. Hey, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.